All right, episode 4 of the Dumb Witch show. I must hate myself because I watched it. This episode had about as much energy as a jar of mayonnaise. Now, when it showed the inside of the Wookiee's house, I did like that there was dryer hoses hanging down. That was very Star Wars-ish. The acting in this show continues to just be absolutely terrible and feel like first draft, first try, first take. And this show does not look like $180 million, which is what the budget is supposedly. It looks very cheap. Maybe this is a Star Wars thing like forever. I kind of think it is, but for some reason it stands out in this show. When people land their ship somewhere, they just put all their junk all over the ground all around it. It looks so dumb, but I realize that has like a long tradition in Star Wars. Like Luke sets up a camp on Dagobah. I feel like I've seen it a bunch more times, but in this show, it just looks dumb. It just looks like you land somewhere and then it's like, oh, I'm gonna haul my chunky box out into this middle of this field, and then I'm gonna unpack for my journey. It's just it's ridiculous. All right, I'm gonna say this again, but why? So they're on a planet looking for a Wookiee, and there's huge tall trees. So why are they not on Kashyyyk, an existing like Wookiee planet? Why do they have to just make a new planet for every scene? Like, seriously, Disney Star Wars, I dare you to go to an established planet. Even if it's something from a role-playing game or something, just like, you don't need to make up a planet. There's already a full galaxy of them. So May randomly decides to change sides. I mean, so I feel like the Anakin's descent to the darkness in episode 3 has always felt a little bit abrupt. Just like all of a sudden, where it's like goes from like, oh, I'll do kind of bad stuff to like, I will kill children. Like, I always felt like that was a little bit abrupt, but suddenly May in this episode is like, I'm gonna be good now and I'm gonna turn myself in, and it's just like, where did that come from? Now, that being said, I love episode 3. I think it's amazing. Episode 1 is actually my favorite prequel, but I feel like the prequels are like didactic stage plays that you have to watch differently than normal movies. But I do love them. But if they are genuinely trying to show May having a change of heart, it was not believable at all. Once again, The Creatures by Neil Scanlon, I believe that's how you say his name. They look great. They have a little tracker in this episode who his job is to like sniff stuff. And the Jedi with the like this hair on one part, he's like, they kind of lose track of their tracker, and he's like, we need a tracker to find our tracker. And I was like, that's actually a pretty funny line. Oh, also, so the creatures look great. Absolutely can't fault them for that. And there was a cool creature moment with like some like roly-poly, scary like bat bugs like wrapped around trees. I thought that was a good creepy moment. But this show just has no moxie. It's got no energy. Everything is just so dull. The acting is just so drab. Like, it's so bad. I'm sitting there on the couch and I'm just like, why am I watching this? I don't know. So maybe you don't have to. I don't know. Anyway, let me know what you think, and if you want to keep seeing reviews. But the show's just terrible. I mean, it's not even as exciting as a jar of mayonnaise with like the lid off. At least a jar of mayo with the lid off is like kind of suggestive. This is like a jar of mayo with the lid on the shelf. That's as interesting as the show is. So anyway, thanks for watching. Push buttons, subscribe and stuff. Bye.